So,
All right, so I just want to welcome everybody to Morning Coffee avec moi, Ivan Sutton. Before we start today, our topic, of course, is the seven things that the seven musts for an entrepreneur in 2021. Now, before we do that, I just want to get to some of the announcements. Again, this week we have Investing 2021 Wednesday night with Melissa Raymond and Stephen Lee. Thursday morning, we have Tech Talk with Catherine Davies.
Which will have a special, Thomas will be leading that one on Thursday.
That's right. He's with SRT Technologies.
In Windsor, correct.
Yes, in Windsor, that's right. So that's Thursday morning at 8:30. Also, folks, just a reminder that Wednesday evening, if you happen to be in or around Hamilton and you want to donate to the Community Services Food Bank at the Adventist Church on concession, please do. I'll be there in the parking lot because we're making a donation on Wednesday night. We'll be there every Wednesday night at 6:00 p.m. The folks that are attending the food bank line up on one side. I will be at the other side. When you see me, that's where we'll take the food in and drop it off to the food bank. Okay, so please do make those donations because this pandemic is definitely affecting people in Hamilton. Quite a bit. They've seen almost a doubling of the amount of people that typically use the food bank. So that's Wednesday night. Also, I also want to announce, I'm pretty excited to let you guys know that we have our very first city outside of Ontario. We just signed Calgary, Alberta. Jacqueline Steves is the city leader for Calgary, so we're pretty stoked. So now we are at 11 cities, which is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it for my announcements. Oh, and of course the Investor Club. Folks, if you're interested in the This Great City Investor Club, please contact Teresa Lutz or Melissa Raymond, because there is a meeting that's being scheduled for setting that whole thing up. So if you want to be part of the advisory board or you want to be part of the investing team, then please contact them. It's quite exciting.
Next Monday is Sherry still on a go next week, right?
Yes, thank you, Catherine. Next Monday morning at 9:30, we have oh, there she is, great. We have Business Builder Mastermind, and that's going to be on next Monday at 9:30. Go to the website, go ahead and click on the Business Builder Mastermind link, and it'll take you to be able to sign up. If you're a member of This Great City, it's $25 for the month, which is an amazing price, right, Catherine?
Yes, for 3
hours. For what you get, because Catherine is taking it. Okay, great. And if you're not a member, it's $75, which is still an amazing price. Sherry Lozier is brilliant. She's a certified business coach, and she does a really amazing job. All right, and if you don't go to that, then I'll see you here next Monday. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about. Christiane, did you get my notes?
No.
Oh, you didn't get my notes.
Make coffee.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh dear. Why?
No, because you're well, you know what? I mean, I was telling everybody that I'm going to be doing the seven musts that entrepreneurs must do to be successful. And you're going to do the 7 things that entrepreneurs must not do to be successful. But it's okay. I'm putting you on the spot. It's fine.
Well, yeah. I guess you are. Sorry, no, I didn't get any emails from you, my darling.
But you know, Christiane, we can actually we can brainstorm that together.
We'll brainstorm. We'll ad lib here.
I mean, we don't have a problem, right? In
Not at all. Hey,
no.
We're in.
We're big talkers, so that's great. Okay, so
I've got my coffee. I will. I'll get going. Yeah, you got it.
Oh, you know what? It just reminds me, Christiane, since you're a new member, I've got to drop off your This Great City mug.
Oh, even better.
Oh yeah, it's a sexy mug. It's actually a 14-ounce mug.
Oh well, that's exactly that.
Yeah,
it's Christmas morning.
Oh, that's great. Well, hey, it's my birthday this week, so I'll consider it a birthday present. Yay! Just celebrating this week.
Awesome. Well, okay, so here we go. So the first thing that's on my list for things that you must do as an entrepreneur is look at the numbers. Right now, those that are taking my sales training class, you know, I'll mention this over and over and over again.
Yeah.
If you don't look at the numbers, then you're flying blind. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. So you have to look at the numbers. Now, I'll tell you this: a lot of folks that I talk to about business and being successful in business and everything else, they're actually afraid to look at the numbers. They actually don't want to know. They'll look at the numbers when they have a feeling inside that things are getting better, so that they can be encouraged by it, right? And so you know, it's like flying an airplane without looking at the gauges, but you think I feel level, right? So at some point, you know, I mean, you might make it, but chances are it'll be difficult. So please always look at the numbers. Anybody's thoughts on that? How tough is it for an entrepreneur to look at the numbers?
Which numbers specifically are you referring
Well,
to?
it's a funny thing you should ask. All your numbers. I mean, you know, has anybody ever looked at that show, Restaurant Impossible? Have you ever watched that?
Yes.
On Home and Garden TV, right? I love it when the guy goes in, because the restaurant is failing, and they're usually a couple months before going out of business, right? And he'll go to them and he says, "Okay, so what's your operating budget?" I don't know. Okay, so what's your food cost ratio? I don't know, right? So they have no idea as to why, you know, what things cost, and if you don't know what things cost, you don't know what your operating budget is. Then guess what? You're always looking at things, thinking, you know, why is it that I am not making money, right? So you have to look at what your costs are to deliver. So what does your competition charge? What do you charge? What's your profit per service or per product, right? What's the profit margin? You know, are you looking at all of the nitty-gritty costs for delivering that service, or for importing and shipping out that product, for warehousing that product, right? A lot of folks, they tend to price things to break even, right? they don't price things for growth, right? Like, you know, as we were talking in our class, that you know, you have to build in what your strategic goals are. If you're looking to expand your business, or you're looking to buy new equipment, that money has to come from somewhere. You could go to the bank and take out a loan and then pay it on the back end with interest, or you can strategically plan for it and build that into your budget. So you need to know what your numbers are, right? Any thoughts on that, anyway?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, it's easy to say, okay, I'm doing all right because I'm paying the bills and I got a little extra, but to know exactly how much more you need to do to increase. Again, like, I need $1,000 worth of equipment. How much more do I really need to do? Because it's not just $1,000 worth of business. It may be $1,300 in business, or 14. So that was really enlightening, if you will.
That's right. Yeah. So you have to look at the numbers and be a numberaholic. Okay. Constantly look at your numbers. Evaluate your daily. You set up a daily report for yourself, and then you know, sit down every week and look over your numbers and go, okay, so did I meet my targets? If I didn't meet my targets, what did I do? Do a lessons learned, right? We all do that when we're working for other folks. We sit down, we do lessons learned. We need to do those things for ourselves as entrepreneurs. Okay. The second one is always be learning. Okay. Of course, Nathaniel, you know, he's always learning. And look at him, he's already smiling, right? Always be learning. So I've got that broken down into a couple categories. One is you're learning your industry, right? Always be learning about your industry, because, you know, they always say, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? Because other people are growing ahead of you, right? So you always have to keep up, always be learning, learn your industry. Another thing is, learn, what is it that will kill your business? Does anybody have an idea? What will kill your business?
Stagnation.
Stagnation will kill your business. What else?
Me in general,
Bad customer service.
Bad customer service, right?
because everybody always seems to cut social media advertising as soon as something bad happens.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know, constantly look at the things that will kill your business and put that like always have a peripheral for that, right? So if you start to see things encroaching into your space, you go, whoa, 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 whoa. Bad customer service. We need to focus on customer service, or not look at I need to get an accountant in here to take a look at what's going on. Or, I don't know enough. Well, maybe I need to bring in a business coach, or I need to bring in something. But you should always be learning about your industry, learning about your market, and learning about your competition, right? So how many of us know who our competition is and how they're doing? And wonderful, Chris. What are their names, and where are you positioned when it comes to your competition? Right. So it's really good to know, because what are they doing? If they're ahead of you, are they providing a different service? How are they providing their service? What's the user experience? We did do a discussion on user experience. I don't know if it was on Sherry's morning call, but user experience is really important, right? Because you might have a somewhat mediocre product, but if the experience is amazing, then guess what? People will come in there for those somewhat okay wings, or whatever it is, because the service is amazing. Okay, so the other one is show gratitude. This is a tough one. Showing gratitude is tough. I gotta tell you, especially when you know that you're good. I'm good, right? And yeah, thank you for all the accolades. Thank you so much. And of course, you're gonna give me the accolades because I'm good. Thank you so much for recognizing my goodness, right? So I'm just saying that sometimes it's hard, but it's really important to show gratitude and be authentic about it, right? Like instead of, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. But be authentic and sincere so that people know that you're actually grateful for their business, right? Here's a really funny a side note here, and that is that I've seen people help other people because they're humble and they have passion, right? They have humility and passion. So they go, yeah, so that's infectious, right? So other people that are in business will say, you know what, I'll mentor you, or I'll help you, or I'll refer you, right? Because you show, you are a grateful person for that help, right? And you're going to remember those that helped you out. You're going to keep in touch, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, who am I going to pick on for this one? Let me think. Oh, I'm going to pick on Thomas, only because I think this is, I don't know if you're this guy, but you have to get enough rest, right? You have to look after, you have to look after yourself. Get rest, right?
I lost track of how many candles I burned on both ends. I basically just have a blowtorch and I just burn the whole thing down the middle, I think, so.
Yeah, Thomas, you know what? I'm telling you this. When you're an entrepreneur, you almost feel like you have a pass to burn the candle at both ends, don't you?
Talk to my wife and kids about it. We'll say the different stories. So,
how about you, Nathaniel? Nathaniel does like 15 things and goes to school, right? So I'm just saying, if you look at health shows or whatever it is, they talk about the importance of getting a certain amount of hours of sleep every night. They talk about how to what your body does in repairing itself while you're sleeping, right? Really important, right? How your brain processes things when it gets into REM sleep, right? And sorts things out so you have better mental health, right? So imagine, as an entrepreneur, if you burn the candle at both ends, what happens? Burns out, right? So you have to make sure that you are getting enough sleep. Okay. Allow your body to routine. All right. Does anybody know why that's important? Your body having routine
Creates a habit.
creates a habit.
Helps you stay organized.
Helps you stay organized. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. Your brain.
Familiarity.
Itself.
Sorry?
You'll find you'll be your most productive self if you schedule certain things throughout your day.
Yeah. And you know what else? Your body likes routine. Your body knows that when you get up in the morning, whatever you did yesterday morning, if you do that again this morning, your body goes, thank you so much for having routine. And then your body gets ready for it. Oh, Ivan's up. He's going to go brush his teeth. He's going to go use the bathroom. He's going to have coffee. He's going to do whatever that thing is, right? So your body likes routine. In fact, do you know that your body, your entire body from your mouth through down to, the rest of you, is constantly in motion. It's actually this systolic action that moves food through your system. And there are times when your body rests from doing that, and then it activates, and it actually reallocates your energies to do other things. But if you're constantly shaking things up, then your body can't actually function in the most optimum way, right? So having an optimum body kind of means, you're optimum, right? And if you're not healthy, then, that's not good. Okay, so, all right, all entrepreneurs, who could I pick on for this one? Christiane. Do not be afraid, all right?
Oh,
Do not be afraid. I'll also say this, there is a future in risk, but there's
There
not a
is.
future in no risk, right? You have to take a risk, right?
yes. Do not be afraid is the one that resonates for me. Just do it. Just do it.
So
Because you can.
here's a crazy thing, right? So, you always say, what, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because I'm afraid to pick up the phone. I do sales training, so I hear that a lot. I'm afraid to pick up the phone. But if you think about not picking up the phone, if you think about paralysis, right? Entrepreneurial paralysis, right? 5 years from now, what's the outcome? The outcome is, I'm not living where I'm living right now, or I'm not doing what I'm able to do. I'm not able to take a vacation. I'm not able to. That strike fear into your heart, right? Right? Not being in business, having to work for somebody else, right? That should strike fear into your heart a little bit, right? So therefore, which has the greatest pain? Right? Is the greatest pain to pick up the phone today and therefore achieve your goals? Or, okay, all right, Christiane, I'm looking forward to it. Go ahead.
You want to go into that now?
Yeah, do it now. Yeah.
Okay, because we're in line exactly what you're talking about, because you're kind of, what is it? I have an exercise for everybody. All right. And then Ivan, I'm going to come to you first to start it off. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I'm going to go around my screen. Chris, you're going to be on deck. All right. And then we're going to go in. Okay. So here is my question to everybody. All right. Why are you doing what you're doing? Give that some thought for a second. And maybe you shouldn't even need a second, maybe. So Ivan, why do you do what you do?
Oh, you're quick. Right at me, huh? Okay.
Right at you.
Well, here it is. I've been doing this since I was 20, right? I had my first marketing business when I was 20, and I love it. I dream about it. I think about it. I'm constantly, this is what, there's nothing that I could be doing, including vacationing, that if I had an opportunity to do a marketing campaign, I wouldn't end that thing and then jump into the campaign. This is what turns me on.
There you go. So remember your why. My why, just before we get to Chris, is I'm passionate. I'm a wedding officiant. I'm passionate about what I do. And I know I can deliver the best experience that a couple could imagine having. And that's why I do what I do. Chris, over to you. Oh, you're on mute, darling. Can you help unmute? Yeah. There you go.
For some reason, my keyboard disconnected. Anyway, I'm a trucking safety professional. So I help trucks or companies crash less. So, my passion is I'm trying to make the roads safer for everybody. So that's why I do what I do. And hopefully I can make some money at it.
There you go. It's as simple as that. There we go. Nathaniel?
I want to help my young friends, all the young brilliant minds, find their potential, their true potential, and fulfill it.
Oh, just so awesome. Lindsay, I'm over to you now.
So I actually just took a class that told me to write those 3 reasons why before I did anything else. So I have it actually written down. I wanted to, if you know me, I've worked probably every major company in the world, between Subway, Starbucks, Tim Hortons, any fast food, basically I've worked in it. So at this point, I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to make my own schedule so I could have time with my family and friends. Obviously, not so much right now, but in the future. I wanted to earn a better living because I'm always like in a position where I've never been promoted. So I'm sick and tired of making minimum wage. And I wrote this down as a joke the other day. I wanted my boyfriend to stop yelling at me for being on Facebook all day without getting paid for it. Because that's the only way I can do it without him getting mad at me. He's like, you're on your phone all the time. I'm like, I'm working.
I love it. I love it. Hey, there's a motivator for you. What's he saying now? Let's find out.
Oh, he's loving it now.
That's awesome. Just awesome. Catherine, you're up. Thomas, you're on deck. Okay.
I do the safety training because I want to help save lives, and I know that every one of you can make a real difference in someone's life.
Excellent. Thomas, over to you. Carol, you're on deck.
I've got a list, but if I had to say just one thing for sure, I'm tired of seeing companies get pillaged. I mean, the only options, especially around here for IT services and security, are larger companies that they charge the same price for a small, medium-sized business. And my goal is to help small, medium-sized businesses. So I want to provide services that are, they're going to get that same experience, but they're not going to get, pillaged for it. At the same time, I don't know, maybe my customer service is on par with everybody else's, but I want to bring a different customer service. I've worked with some of the competitors. I've had services provided by the competitors. I know people who work for the competitors, and it blows my mind that some of these situations are still in business. I think it's because, one of the situations, I think it's because Daddy built the business and Sonny Boy is just driving into the ground right now, so he's got time to kill. But it's really what it is. It just blows my mind how customer service is so atrocious and these companies are still available and still profiting and still operating. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope to change that. There's a long list of other stuff that might be politically incorrect that might not be suitable for recording, so I'll leave it. Like my motivation to get into business, but we'll leave it at those ones too. So those are maybe for another unrecorded day.
Well, you summed it up nicely there, Thomas, but we feel your passion, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Carol, over to you. Teresa, you're on deck.
For myself, for my 2 main strategies right now in regards to fitness motivation and modeling is just to remind and inspire people that age is just a number.
Nice.
There you are.
Do what you enjoy and have fun and love doing when you do it.
Oh, love it. Love it. Teresa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
There you go.
So I love helping others. So in any way, shape, or form that I can actually, put it out there and help others. So I tried my best to make sure that I make people's experience in lives just a little bit easier.
Thank you. And you do, by the way. Michael, over to you.
I do this because I love doing it, quite frankly. I love putting things together for people, knowing that I can help them with their finances, and that, especially when it's young people, that can make such a huge difference in their lives, 10, 20 years down the road. Instead of saying, geez, you know what, I wish I would have started early doing something. Now I got to try get all this extra money to try and do things. You can say, hey, you know what, 20 years ago when we sat down, put this in place, and guess what? Now you're at this great place, and you're going to be able to, you know, have that good retirement. You're going to be able to have your kids going to that college or university that you wanted them to. So that's very, very fulfilling. And I mean, I'm a social person, so I like working with people. And yeah, it's absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I got to go to another meeting now. So.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Michael,
I'm
good seeing you, man.
glad we got you in on that then,
Yep.
Michael.
Yep. So
Yep.
you guys all have a great week. I'll see some of you on Thursday morning at Catherine's.
Okay,
tech
and
talk.
I'll give you the punchline on Thursday.
Awesome. Have a great day, everybody.
All right, take care, Michael.
Okay, well, my screen now has
I know,
changed
good,
around
good.
and I was going into a nice sequence. So let me go over to Maggie. Okay.
I've always written. I enjoy writing. The travel writing kind of came with, let's see, maybe I can actually, if I get good enough and well known enough, I can get some of my travel paid for. I mean, I get paid for the articles and that, but sometimes they actually cost me more than I make, but that's okay. Some of the vacation is paid for. So that was part of it. But I love to write, and, you know, and I'm good at it. So, you know, and I got tired of retail. I mean, I love retail. I used to work in retail a lot. I love the customer aspect of it. I hate all the crap that goes with it, all the little pettiness and the bosses, and yeah. So I the idea of working for anyone else ever again is like, no, thank you. So what I do,
Very good.
to expand into other things I love.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Maggie. Yvonne, we're over to you.
Yvonne, you there?
Yes, no, Yvonne, are you there?
She might not be there.
Okay. Andy, are you there?
Andy's usually the
Not quite. They might be listening or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And in the spirit of, not
Oh,
doing, no, hang on. No, I'm leading into something here, Ivan. Hang on. In the spirit of never lying, don't ever lie or don't ever fake it. Because if you don't know it, don't fake it. So in that spirit, there's someone, I don't know their name because all I can see is iPhone. So I am going to be straightforward and admit I tried texting Ivan to help me out on this one and he missed the cue. So I'm going to be honest and say I'm busted. So, but I'd love to know your name and you're next.
Yeah, so I'm Erin. I'm the office coordinator here, so I'll be here quite a bit. But yeah, I just do what I do. I just love helping people. I know what it's like to struggle and have a bad day. And I always my goal is to always make people have a better day, or at least just brighten their day a little bit more in the most professional way as possible.
Oh, very good, Erin. And it's nice to meet you. And I've written your name
You
down.
too.
So now
That's
I
okay.
know.
I'll change that whenever I can figure it out.
Now, have I missed anyone? Did I?
Catherine Kissinger.
Catherine. Okay, yes, Catherine. You moved on my screen. Welcome. You're next.
Hi, thank you. Nice to be back. It gets a little confusing because there's two Catherines, right? So
Yes, that's right. I thought I went there.
That's okay.
Thank you.
So I'm a HR consultant, and I originally got into this as a way to make lemonade out of lemons. My paid job at the local hospital was ending. I was looking for something to do. My marriage had ended. I had been planning to move to the United States, and that was falling through. So it was just a sort of what am I going to do with my life moment? And I had heard this saying, you maybe can't change the entire world, but you can change your own little corner. And so I got thinking, what's going on in my life, in my world, that I can see that, where can I make a difference? Because that was my big thing, is if I'm going to, whatever I do next is going to make a difference in the world. And I got thinking back to a previous position I'd held where I worked for a company that has a lot of franchised stores, and I noticed that the dealers and the people that ran the stores were from other countries and had absolutely no idea about HR and all the things that go on here in Canada. And worse, they had nowhere to turn, because although we work for a multi-million-dollar corporation, their HR department was not there to help those people, right? So I thought to myself, well, I've just spent 11 years as a union steward. I know everything. Oh, I shouldn't say everything. I know a lot about employment law, health and safety, all of those things. I've got my HR degree. Maybe I should open up a business and help those folks. So I walked down to the Business Resource Center at Market Square and said, hey, John, what do you think? And he went, awesome idea. So here I am 8.5 years later. And now I offer training and everything. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, that's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Now, did I get everybody now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
got everybody. Well, the purpose of this exercise, why I wanted to start that exercise, is that is my biggest don't do. Don't ever forget your why.
Mm-hmm.
Got your why? Just put it on a piece of paper. Put it, on your fridge, whatever it happens to be. But don't ever forget your why. That will always keep us going. That's my biggest.
Awesome. Hey, listen, and I just want to remind everybody, if you can, take your information and put it into the chat window so that everybody can have your information. So, and then we're going to go around. We're going to go around the room and just ask everybody what their needs are this week. And so we kind of just, with Christiane's exercise, we kind of just went through what each of us does basically. But if you could just remind everybody what you do, and then just say, this is what my needs are this week. And folks, when you're listening to what other people's needs are, if you know how to provide them that solution, then please speak up, or send them a little text or something. But we want to make sure that we can connect people that have needs with people who have the ability to help, right? All right, so now I'm looking at my screen, and Chris, you're in my top corner. So tell us again what you do, and then tell us what your needs are.
I'm a trucking safety consultant, so I help people crash less. I train in both the office. So as you might imagine, there's a whole realm of regulations governing trucks and hours of operations and all kinds of stuff. So I work with trucking companies, usually the smaller ones, 25 trucks and less, that are having difficulty. What are my needs? I'm attending another meeting this afternoon, and it's about virtual events. Because of COVID, as many of you, and one of the questions that Ivan asked earlier, what do you have to be able to do? And I really think we need to be able to pivot from time to time. My business model was sitting in front of clients in their office billing. During COVID, of course, my business model has been disrupted. And so a virtual event is something that's on my mind. And if anybody's had any experience hosting successful virtual events that used to be a live event, that's what I'm considering. And I think I've got to go down that path. At least I'm going to try it, and so if anybody has any experience, I'll put my contact info. I'd love to hear about your experiences, your do's and your don'ts, your successes, and how you screwed it up. If that's what happened, because I think I'll take that back. I'm going to host a virtual event in about 8 weeks.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That might be Catherine and Christiane. I know that you guys work in that space as well. So yeah, definitely Chris. And I'm sure that other people have that same desire. So for sure. All right. Lindsay.
Well, I'm a business owner now. I just got my license a week ago.
That's right.
And I got my first client over.
Yes, you did. That's right. I'm so proud of you.
So what I need is endless. Figuring out how to get more clients I just joined Disc Great City too. So that's now
one of our newest members in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo!
Exciting. So I actually would like it if someone could give me, and that could be Ivan or whoever, to give me tips on how to run it successfully on this great city, because I plopped everything in, but I just want to know what people's feedback are on it itself and how to run a successful campaign on it as well, because that's just not my area forte. So I don't care who wants to talk to me. I figured it would be Ivan anyways, but yeah, no, I just need a little bit of guidance on how to run that as a campaign, because I actually am trying to get more clients to join it as well for their businesses. So I would like to look more professional when approaching it.
And you know what? That's a good point. I've actually heard the same thing this past weekend. Training on the back end of this great city, because there's so many, for those that are members, there's so many tools back there for you to use. I mean, everything from being able to post, items for sale, post, all kinds of things, photo galleries, coupons, all that stuff.
Yep.
So being able to train you on how to do that. And of course, everyone who's used the back end already, there's that little button that says make active and that you forget to press the very first time you create something. So being able to train you so that you can get your stuff out there. And also, I'm just going to throw this tidbit out there because I know that most of you, I think all of you are members, maybe one or two aren't, but what we found is when you write an article, any article, and you properly put in the keywords and it's attached to your profile. So you go to your profile, you log in and you write an article, it actually ranks on Google like within 2 or 3 days. It's an amazing thing. So within days, right? So if you want to get better traffic, then just first of all, we want content on the site because it provides value for everybody else, but it's also really good for your own profile to get you out there. So anyway, okay, thank you so much, Lindsay.
Hey, actually, if I can just interject on that with Lindsay, maybe Ivan, because I have the same needs, like there's things I don't quite understand how to get, maybe we do a little Zoom tutorial or something.
Actually, Aaron, why don't you set up a Zoom tutorial for Wednesday of next week? And then you and Teresa can work out getting it out to all the members.
And then, yeah, maybe that will help.
And kind of go through it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that 100%. Even like a social media one might be good just to like see how to manage. I found things like Facebook and Instagram are a little confusing. So if we do need one like that, we could do that as well.
Yeah, I did one. Was anybody on the one that I did before, the social media and what's the best time to post? Yeah, last year. So I did that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now you know that when you do a social media presentation from September, right? And it's now almost February of the following year, social media changes.
Yeah,
right? So
for sure.
There've been 2 Google algorithm upgrades since then, a major one in December. So there's so many things that are going on all the time. So we just want to make sure that that it's up to date, and we can do another one. So Aaron, you can schedule that sometime for the middle of February. That'll be great. And then we'll let everybody know. All right. So Catherine, what are your needs? Besides to unmute.
Which Catherine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Catherine Davies, and then I'll jump to you, Catherine Kissinger.
Good morning, everyone. As you're aware, I'm not only the Burlington City Leader, but I run a first aid, CPR, AED, and fit testing company. And I am looking for clients who require fit testing, which means they're wearing the medical grade masks, the N95s or any number like that. That's again a medical grade. They need to have testing on any new mask or after a couple of years. So it'll be the new mask, because what a lot of people are doing are just throwing out orders so that something comes in, so they've always at least got coverage. So those are the clients that I'm looking for.
Awesome. And by the way, if you folks know anyone in Burlington that owns a business that can benefit from this amazing, energetic, group that we have here in this great city, please. Catherine Davies would be their city leader, and she's awesome, isn't she? Come on, everybody. Catherine rocks. All right. Okay, good. All right, Catherine Kissinger, what do you need?
Hi. What do I need? Well, I just I've just hired a health and safety specialist, so I'm getting more into the health and safety part of things. So I can do working at heights training and scissor lift training and all of those things now. Well, he does them, not me. Yeah, so we're expanding into that and getting into the online training as well. We've put a lot of the courses on, setting them up so we can do WMIS and things like that online. So I'm starting to get that out. That's what my marketing aim is going to be over the next month or so, is getting those up and ready. And the key thing for my health and safety training is that I'm not just opening it up for companies, I'm opening it up for individual people. So people who've been laid off and badly affected by the pandemic will have the opportunity to register for courses. I mean, they still have to pay for them, but until I can figure out a way to get the government to help support them, and I'm going to try to leverage some of my contacts through the Workforce Planning Board for that. But my hope is that I can offer it to just individual people as well, who just, they may need a refresher or an upgrade or something to help them be more marketable. Like they've already got, some college things, but now they need this particular piece of training. So that's my focus over the next little bit.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Okay. Christiane.
Hey, hi. So I'm Christiane. I am a licensed Ontario wedding officiant. That's my main claim to fame, which I love very much. I'm also a professional MC with virtual hosting on events. And of course, now we're getting into the virtual gatherings. And my need for this week is really self-induced, I think. I just need to be bold and brave to launch my new project idea. So I just need to, I just have the guts to go and just start it. I just need to start writing. So what my hope is that if I can get that up and started today, just put a line on paper, that's all I need to start. I may have my project to launch to you guys by the end of February. That would be my objective. That would be my goal.
Folks, listen, encourage her. Send her all kinds of really nice, smiley face emojis on Facebook. Whatever you need to do to say, let's get this thing done, Christiane. I'm stoked.
I gotta do it. The only thing holding me back is me.
Right. Yeah.
So I just need to do it. So.
But you know what, everybody, I gotta tell you, I just the way that her enthusiasm is about it, I think it's probably gonna get done, on time. So that's exciting.
Well, that and admitting it publicly, that's always the pressure there, right? Because I don't want to fall flat on my face, let me tell you.
Now that we all know.
So I'm now making myself accountable to all of you. So thank you for that.
Very wise. Okay,
that's where your help is. I feel it. Thank you.
Awesome. Maggie, I'm going to pick on you next.
Okay. Let's see. Yep, I am unmuted. Okay, well, as you all know, I'm a writer. I think most of you know that anyway. Freelance writer. Travel is my real specialty, but I can write for pretty much anyone. Okay, what do I do? Well, first of all these ridiculous restrictions gone. I need to be able to travel and move around. I need to go to a museum and a gallery, and because that's what I like to write about. Some of the things I need would not be appropriate for me to say. I don't want anyone getting arrested, including myself. But I allude to a lot of things on some of my Facebook comments. But anyway, no, mostly I just need more clients, really. Anyone who needs good content. Whether it be
you write for people, you could write for any website. Like anybody who has a website and you can't write for yourself. Maggie is I've read her stuff. Her stuff that's been published in magazines, very, very good work. So
I also do proofreading and editing as well. And to Christiane, I'm going to give you a little word of advice.
Yes.
Believe me, as a writer, I know staring at a blank page can be very daunting, but just write anything. And it doesn't, that first sentence, it doesn't have to be, you can polish it later. Just write thoughts, even if they're really, really random and all over the place. You can organize them afterwards. It's getting it down, and that can be the hardest thing. Like I say, as a writer, sometimes they're staring at a blank.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, Carol, you know what? You know I'm picking on you next, right? There's not a lot of people left.
Honestly, I just need better time management skills during a pandemic with 3 children 24/7.
Oh dear.
Are you glad that they're home from school?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Time management skills.
I need school to return so that I have better timing to work on what I need to work on.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll call the premier and we'll get to work on that right away for sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll bug you about that afterwards. I'll call you and we'll talk about your business. Okay. So, Aaron, what do you need? I know you need a phone that has a plug that will plug into the wall. I know. I'm working on it.
Wait, what am I doing? I was checking the mail.
What are your needs? But then I realized that I'm still trying to get the splitter for your phone.
And a webcam. We need that
Oh,
too.
we need a webcam.
Yes. My needs are just because I'm newer. I'm going to use my business as an example. Just because I'm newer in Hamilton, I'm also newer in the industry. I just need a little bit of a big networking push for sure, just to find connections, new customers, stuff like that. I'm finding it hard to find new people, and that would be the biggest challenge I face today.
Aaron, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you do?
I actually do custom pet portraits on canvas in acrylic.
Yeah. So what if they were to take a look on Facebook, where can they find your stuff?
Yeah, so I have
Shameless plug, right? So
yeah, I have a page called Paintings by Aaron Lachine. Paintings.by.Aaron Lachine. Unfortunately, it came out wrong. I have to fix that still, but that would be where they find all my stuff. I actually ended up creating a little Wix website with their free website builder as well. And I've been putting that on my personal page, on Instagram and Facebook, as well as my business page.
So people love pets, right?
Yeah.
There's a pet club going on out there. So if you know somebody who really, really loves their pet and they want to give their pet a painting for Christmas, then, or for their birthday.
Yeah.
Even I dropped my contact information below in the chat. So my phone and my email is always on.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Teresa, are you there? Teresa, are you there?
Yes,
No.
I'm here.
Okay.
Tanis is going on break, so.
Okay. I know what that means.
Yeah. You know what? This week this week I probably just need to focus on my list. So having my list maybe in front of me all the time so that I don't get distracted on those other things that still need to be done, but they can wait a little bit longer.
So we got to get you some Google Glass, right? So that it's constantly before your eyes.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we need. Some technology, Catherine. For Teresa. Okay.
Teresa's my
right.
friend. I'm not doing that to her. I'm sure she's got enough flashing in front of her eyes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So listen, we've gone around the table and we've talked about what each of us needs, right? And we do this every Monday. But what I really want to encourage is I want to encourage members to help members always, right? So always refer. Lindsay has a business. Christiane, Catherine. We're all members, and so therefore, please refer. Because when we're having a conversation, someone says, I'm supposed to write. Google likes content, right? I hate writing content. Well, instantly Maggie's name should come up in your head. You know what? There's a member, and Maggie offers an incentive to members. So check out the website, look her up, and get her information. Call her, right? Let's really encourage the and the focus of this great city, especially this year, is to build even better so that, people can network and share and refer easier, right? Because we want to make sure that you guys are happy. Because if you guys are happy, then you guys will be rich. And then when you get the awards, you'll say, and I want to thank Ivan at this great city for the wonderful work he's done, or whatever, right? So I just want to put that out there to help each other. Also, please refer, because as you know, this month we have an incentive on for the business membership. Business membership, which is $490. It's on for $290 right now. So please refer folks, get them on, because summer's coming, and when summer gets here, we have a lot of really amazing plans to boost all the membership folks that are on the system. And of course, we're growing. We just went into Calgary. Soon BC is going to be jealous and they'll be on. You know what I mean? So we just want to, continue to grow. And by the way, question: how many people here? Because I know some folks can't, like Christiane, but how many people here in Ontario can do business outside of the province, can take on clients and work remotely from outside? Really? Okay. Right. So think about this. Soon, we're going to have events that are going to pull in people from other provinces that you would never have access to as easily as you're going to have access to here, right? So the greater the network grows, the better it's going to be for everyone. So we just want to create this really sexy, nice, warm, fuzzy feeling, but mission focused, association of businesses that will be helping each other out. Okay, so thank you guys very much for joining today.
Ivan, is it true Calgary has a population of 1.5 mil?
Yeah, just a few years
lots
ago,
of
it crossed a million, and now it's through the roof. Yeah.
Wow, what an audience you guys have. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Holy. Yeah, I'm in Christiane, right? I'm provincially legislated as well. So
Yeah, I'm provincially legislated. However, from an MC perspective, I can go virtual anywhere, right?
Right.
So now I can see playing in that space. And with my new project, I can go around the world.
Amazing.
With that piece. So that comes back to one of the things that I would have said is don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Right, from a business perspective. So we got to go there and add, and that's now what I'm doing is adding, because provincially I'm capped at that, right?
Yeah.
So one of the features that's on the website, when you go in there, if you haven't looked, we just added this. There is a location tab, right? When you're setting up your system. I think I just showed this to Catherine.
Yeah.
In there, right now, you're already set for the city that you signed up for. But now you can go in and say, you can add a city. You can say, I also provide services to Calgary, right? And that way, your listing will come up in the local. And right now, we're not putting any restrictions on you. So post wherever, obviously, we're not going to put any restrictions on you. They will come, but we're looking to populate the site as much as possible and have as much interaction. But for right now, have
There's
that.
nothing wrong with doing a Vancouver, because look at Ivan, because you do so well with your SEO. You don't advertise in Arkansas, but you were just telling me about your guys' new client because they looked you up online and
yeah, so that came through Google, but yeah, we're fully optimized for sure. And also, I mean, we have I think Catherine, you were here when I said that we had somebody that was on the site from Sacramento, California, right?
Yeah.
We're optimized, right? So the beautiful thing is that for you, if you can do business, let's say that you pick one market that you really want to really advertise to, then put that city into your reach, into the locations, and then write an article and post it, like a blog article, post it, but have those keywords in there where you're speaking specifically about that city, right? Because then you will come up in their search, right? So definitely utilize it as a tool. It's built to be an aggressive SEO engine. So use it. All those features that we're offering, we're not just doing it because we think it'll be sexy and exciting to brag about. It's actually doing something for your directory listing. So utilize those tools. They're there for you to use, and refer your friends, because no one's going to get a better ad for that crazy $290 price for a business member, right? I mean that's crazy. So thank you all very much. Thanks for tuning in. Nice seeing you guys. Great seeing you, Catherine. Great seeing you, Chris.
Catherine,
So good seeing you guys.
Nice to meet a lot of you new ones today. Thank you.
Yeah, and I missed that painting in Chris's background, right, Catherine?
Yeah.
Full screen the last time.
Exactly. That is awesome, Chris.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love it. I love it.
That's great. Thank you, guys. All right.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Great energy. I'm ready to go now.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day.
Thanks. We'll see you.
Bye, everyone.